Here we are, rowing our boat. We're not doing, although we didn't get to exercise today, so
this is a good time for us. Thanks for letting us do this.
You know, this is one of those songs that we all know. I can remember when I was in high school and we'd go to track and we'd sing this song and we'd break it down and sing it in a round, and those were great memories. And this is one of those things you can make some great memories with your kids and take them in the car, turn the radio off, and you're going on those long rides and they're saying, how much further? And you've heard that every 5 miles. So this is the time to start singing row, row, row your boat and laugh and be a kid again.
Miss Delane and I went to Vienna, Austria once, and we taught at a conservatory. And we actually heard before we went into the school, we were doing some teaching sessions, and they said, whatever you do, don't sing. So we did anyway, because we always do. And in fact, we actually sang rounds by Beethoven, or canons as they're called. Well, the first day somebody complained, oh, quiet, it has to be quiet here. I tell you what, 3 days later they said this was the most exciting session. Everybody loves to sing. Everybody left singing, and here in the United States it's always made us very happy in a class. We come in and, oh, I can't sing, and next thing you know we're all going out singing Yellow Pink or Row, Row, Row Your Boat. You don't have to be at Piano Wizard to get ready for Piano Wizard, just to sing.
Just do some singing. We do revisit in this one that C major scale that we talked about in the last lesson. And once again, it's just that repetition, not only at the game, but with the songs, so that it's in your brain, and then you can take it, you can teach it.
It's really fun for us as we are choosing the songs for Academy Music. And we're, well, yeah, whenever Row, Row, Row Your Boat and Three Blind Mice. And as we've said before, songs for your children, traditional songs for the family, church music, patriotic music, holiday music. And as some of you may already know out there, boy, is this the tip of the iceberg. Piano Wizard, you can download millions of songs. If you find them in a MIDI file, you can put them right into the game. So we have adults playing Steppenwolf and Led Zeppelin. This is a whole nother story, just to whet your appetite. But it's really interesting because I don't think I knew before we put it together that Three Blind Mice and Row, Row, Row Your Boat are practically identical pieces. That's why we put them together here. Just as we said, they both use these same letters. The left hand is playing C, D, E, and F. The right hand will play G, A, B, and C. As Delane has reminded us, we're using our thumbs. Academy 2 is a good workout for the thumbs. But it occurs to us in this lesson as we look at our music, all you have to see to help your child, hey, row, row, row your boat, there are the letter names. You help your child find their hand position as we showed them on the game itself. The children and you, of course, you're learning your finger numbers. So right now, you know the song, you know your letter names, you know your finger numbers, play. Do you have other questions about this? Of course you do. It's like looking at a map of a city for the first time. Yeah. But we always want to give you enough, not too much, but enough. Yes, I'm playing the song and learning what's really important at that time.
And also, we've been using jam mode. And we know that we like to have the parents, you know, as kids, we want to have the folks there with us. But, you know, you can start them on this and say, why don't you work on your notes a little bit? We have these flashcards. We're spending money on flashcards. We're spending money on all of these other things to help the kids learn their notes. But here, it's all self-contained. You've got your music. You've got your theory tools. It's all contained in there. You can just have the kids play that, and maybe you do have some dinner to make and have them do some studying all by themselves.
But this is the Wizard. And Delane and I, we've been playing the piano our whole life. We've been teaching, it seems, our whole life. This is amazing. It's just opening up. This has become such a resource to us as teachers and for you to learn your notes, to learn your theory, to play your favorite songs. I'm glad we're only in Academy Music 2, number 8. Because we want to be with you a long time. There's so many enjoyable things to find to help you and help your children and make music at home. We're rowing boats. It's Academy Music 2, number 8. Row, row, row your boat. And like Three Blind Mice, this is a very special piece. It uses what we call the C major scale, a complete scale, 8 notes. Are we ready for it? Yes, of course, because we've got 10 fingers. So like 3 blind mice, we have 4, 3, 2, 1 in the left on C, D, E, F. And then the right hand thumb picks up on the very next note, G, A, B, C. And when we get to this C major scale, Delaney and I get pretty excited. Boy, we're getting into something that's the bread and butter of music making. I don't think Billy knows so much about the scale right now, but he loves the piece. Billy's a good example for us today. He and Delana are choosing tempos that are good for Billy. We tried 2 hands, we've now slipped a right hand. This is the great thing about the game. Finger numbers, they're important for us right at this moment. This is the great thing about Piano Wizard, because each thing that we learn about in the game, it helps us with every song that we play. So right now, row, row, row your boat. Oh, before the lesson we sang it. We sang around with it. When we're in the classroom, we'll row our boats around. We're just having fun. But the great thing about this piece and every piece in Piano Wizard, you can be successful because the game lets you control everything. Parents for your playing, parents for your children's playing. So right now, we're on step 2. I think they're making progress while we're talking. Finger numbers, right hand, a tempo of 86. Billy is in his boat.
Billy just got 100%.
Yo!
He was getting a little frustrated, and that's the one thing we never want any one of you to get frustrated. And so we took off the left hand. We slowed the right hand down a little bit. And so the slower we go, the easier it is for him to individualize those fingers. Okay, we just took the colors away. We're now on step 4. He's just going to have the music. And you'll find this with your kids too. There's not a frustration between step 3 and 4 because he's done it enough. We can put the finger numbers on step 4, or we could put the letter names on step 4 to help them out.
You know, when I was a kid and I used to practice the piano, if I slowed a piece down like this, and if I played just one hand, and even if I made some mistakes, it sounded terrible. And sometimes I think when we think about beginning piano, we go, oh, I'm just going to sound terrible. This is what's so great about Piano Wizard. The music is always playing. It doesn't wait for you to have to know everything. It doesn't wait for you to have to be able to do everything. Every time you play, the music's there, and each time, oh, now I know the finger numbers. Now I know the letter names. Now I can do both hands. That's the beauty of Piano Wizard. You're never failing. Each step, always great music, as you have enough time to find your way. To tell you the truth, it's the same for Delane and I. And Billy's jumping on it right now. He's finding his way.
I'm going to take Billy into jam mode. One of the things that we already thought might sound good was strings. We'll go down to the cello, and we'll have him play strings and cello on jam mode. G, G, G. Now 3 A's, 3 B's, 3 C's, and 3 D's. Good! One of the things you might want to just remind your child of as they're playing is what I do with Billy is I just run my hands. See what that does? I run my hands up and down his back. It's like, it's nice to have so much control over your kid, isn't it?
This is great, though. Billy says, oh, I missed a note. Frankly, when I played the piano as a kid, I didn't even know if I had missed notes. And even more importantly, I'm not positive I cared if I missed the notes. Billy's going, I missed a note. I got to do this again. I only got 96%. To have the children telling you as parents, I've got to practice more. I've got to get it right more. This is like some sort of miracle in piano teaching. So have a great time. Go for those 100%. And Billy will keep teaching us as we go on with today's lesson. Thanks for joining us.